The Nissan Frontier marks pretty good sales results in the competitive mid-size truck market, and one of the key reasons is its straightforward design approach. But even though we like simplicity and ease of use, sometimes such a design can also bring compromises, and this truck certainly has a few. Let's check out 6 reasons why you should not buy a 2025 Nissan Frontier. Number 6. Tight rear seats. One of the most noticeable compromises you'll encounter with the Frontier is the cramped rear passenger area. Despite the latest redesign, this persistent issue remains unresolved, creating problems for anyone who regularly carries passengers. In the crew cab configuration, which targets buyers needing family hauling capability, the rear legroom falls short of class standards. Adults seated in the back will find their knees pressed uncomfortably against the front seat backs. The upright, non-reclining seat back angle forces an awkward posture that becomes fatiguing on anything longer than a short trip. Installing bulky rear-facing child seats becomes a real challenge, often requiring the front seats to be moved uncomfortably far forward. This spatial constraint stems from the Frontier's older platform DNA. While competitors like the Ford Ranger and Chevrolet Colorado have been engineered with more generous cabin dimensions, the Frontier's cab geometry remains restrictive. The high floor and short seat cushions make the problem worse by reducing thigh support, leaving passengers feeling like they're squatting rather than sitting. The situation becomes even more problematic in the smaller king cab, where the rear jump seats are suitable only for small children or very brief emergency use by adults. This positioning makes the Frontier a less practical choice for families or individuals who frequently transport adult passengers. Many rivals are more generous with passenger space, particularly models like the Honda Ridgeline and Jeep Gladiator. Number 5. Poor fuel economy. Here's where the Frontier's appealing V6 engine shows its ugly truth. While many find the 3.8-liter V6's smooth linear power delivery refreshing compared to turbocharged 4 cylinders, the financial reality at the pump tells a different story. This naturally aspirated engine produces 310 horsepower with excellent throttle response and no turbo lag, making a strong first impression during test drives. However, that impressive power comes at a steep cost. The Frontier's fuel economy hovers around 18 miles per gallon in the city and 24 miles per gallon on the highway for two-wheel drive models, with 4x4 versions performing even worse. These figures lag significantly behind the turbocharged 4 cylinders in the Ford Ranger and Chevrolet Colorado, which consistently deliver better real-world mileage, especially in mixed driving conditions. In an age of high gas prices and increasing environmental consciousness, this thirst becomes a significant financial drawback. The cost of ownership for a Frontier will be demonstrably higher over time due to more frequent stops at the pump. While the V6 is undeniably strong and reliable, its inefficiency makes it feel like a relic of a past era. The automotive industry is moving towards smaller, more efficient forced induction or hybrid powertrains that offer a superior balance between power and economy. The new Toyota Tacoma's iForce Max Hybrid provides V8-like torque with significantly better fuel efficiency, making the Frontier's approach seem outdated. Number 4. Limited towing capacity. The 2025 Frontier offers a maximum towing capacity of 7,150 pounds when properly equipped. For many users, this figure handles small campers, utility trailers, or boats quite capably. The potent V6 engine provides ample power to get a load moving, and for a large portion of the market, this capability is perfectly adequate for common recreational and light-duty work tasks. But here's where the Frontier falls behind its competition. Key rivals have engineered their trucks to handle significantly heavier loads. Both the Chevrolet Colorado and GMC Canyon can be configured to tow up to 7,700 pounds. The Ford Ranger is rated for a very competitive 7,500 pounds, and even the lifestyle-oriented Jeep Gladiator matches the GM twins at 7,700 pounds. This leaves the Frontier with a quite noticeable deficit compared to class leaders. This gap isn't due to a lack of engine power, but rather limitations of the Frontier's older, albeit updated chassis and suspension design. While rivals have developed frames and running gear specifically to manage higher stress and larger loads, the Frontier's underpinnings aren't engineered to the same high standard. For buyers whose needs sit at the higher end of the mid-sized towing spectrum, such as those with larger travel trailers or heavier equipment, the Frontier simply isn't a viable option. This positions it as a less capable workhorse and limits its appeal in a crucial performance metric. But things are far away from bad, especially when we consider that the current generation Tacoma does much worse in this aspect, barely reaching 6,500 pounds in selected variants only. Number 3. Heavy steering. In an era dominated by sophisticated electric power steering systems, the Frontier's reliance on traditional hydraulic power steering feels distinctly outdated. While some driving purists may appreciate the unfiltered road feedback that hydraulic systems provide, the practical day-to-day reality is steering that feels excessively heavy, especially during low-speed maneuvers. Navigating tight parking lots, executing three-point turns, or driving in dense city traffic requires noticeably more physical effort compared to modern competitors. This heavy-handed character can lead to driver fatigue over the course of a long day, transforming simple tasks like parking into a genuine chore. The lack of variable assistance, a standard feature in modern EPS systems that makes steering featherlight at a standstill and firms up at highway speeds, is keenly felt. While the Frontier's steering feels stable and secure on the open road, its cumbersome nature in close quarters is a significant ergonomic flaw that detracts from overall refinement. This old-school approach also has implications for modern driver assistance technologies. Advanced features like lane centering assist tend to operate more smoothly with electric steering racks. The Frontier's system, while offering basic lane departure warnings, lacks the finesse of more integrated systems found in competitors. This makes the truck feel less nimble and technologically advanced, a compromise that's difficult to overlook in a new vehicle. All in all, the naturally old-school feel is there, but it comes at a cost. Number 2. Cheap-looking interior. While the current generation Frontier's interior represents a monumental improvement over its predecessor, it still falls short of the design and material quality found in key rivals. The cabin's layout is functional with straightforward ergonomics, and the comfortable zero-gravity seats and responsive infotainment screen make it a far more livable daily driver than before. The primary issue lies in the extensive use of hard, cheap-feeling plastics throughout the cabin. The dashboard, door panels, and center console feature vast expanses of durable but uninspiring textured plastic that looks and feels low-rent, especially in a vehicle that can easily exceed $40,000 in higher trims. While this utilitarian approach may signal durability, it lacks the premium feel and visual sophistication that buyers in the segment have come to expect. The switchgear and general design aesthetic, though functional, feel a generation behind more stylish competitors. When you step out of a Frontier and into a new Ford Ranger with its large vertical touchscreen and modern materials, or a Chevrolet Colorado with its driver-focused, tech-forward cockpit, the Nissan's interior immediately feels dated. Even with its improvements, the cabin fails to create a sense of occasion or modern luxury that many buyers use as their primary family vehicle expect. Days when no one cares about how pickups look from the inside are long gone, apparently. Number 1. Limited off-road performance. The Nissan Frontier Pro 4X trim serves as the brand's premier off-road offering, equipped with essential hardware like Bilstein off-road shocks, all-terrain tires, extensive skid plating, and an electronic locking rear differential. For average consumers looking to tackle fire roads, muddy trails, or snowy conditions, the Pro 4X is a competent and confident vehicle that represents a significant step up from standard Frontier trims. However, when placed alongside flagship off-road models from main rivals, the Pro 4X's limitations become starkly apparent. It's fundamentally outclassed by the specialized high-performance hardware of trucks like the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro, Chevrolet Colorado ZR2, and Ford Ranger Raptor. The ZR2, for example, boasts revolutionary Multimatic DSSV spool valve dampers, front and rear electronic locking differentials, and aggressive bodywork with cutouts for massive 33-inch tires, giving it superior wheel articulation and ground clearance. The Tacoma TRD Pro features high-end Fox internal bypass shocks and more advanced suspension design. The comparison becomes even more one-sided against the Ford Ranger Raptor, which is purpose-built for high-speed desert running with long travel suspension featuring Fox Live valve shocks and a reinforced frame. The Frontier Pro 4X simply doesn't compete in this league. It lacks the advanced suspension technology, extreme duty components, and specialized engineering required for serious rock crawling or high-speed trail runs. For dedicated off-road enthusiasts, the Pro 4X is a good starting point, but it falls short of being a true top-tier off-road predator right out of the box. While it handles moderate trails confidently, buyers seeking maximum capability will find better options elsewhere. But don't think that those options are flawless. They are anything but that. Check out this video about the reasons why you should not buy the 2025 Jeep Gladiator, which you can now see on the screen. Jeep's pickup might be an off-road monster, but other than that, it doesn't have much to offer.